EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, coming to you from one of the most famous golf courses in the world, the Stadium Course at TPC Sawgrass. And Frank, not only does this belong to the best players in the world, but really to any player who wants to tee it up.
That's exactly right, Rich. It's open to the public, but that was also one of the directives when they first built this golf course. First of all, to host a championship, but then allow the fans of the game, people out there watching right now, to be able to go and play that very golf course. And they've succeeded. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it.
Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
1 under early in the round. How about this second, a par 5?
Well, if you're brave, you try and flash it down that tree line down the left, but there's a couple of limbs that poke out. Every now and again, they catch an errant tee shot. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
Well, it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. And now the second shot here at this par 5. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Getting set now over the putt.
Well, we'll never know if that had gone in, because it never made it.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
And that drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. So we started with a par 4, then a par 5, and now the 177-yard par 3 third hole. Plenty of hazards here, Frank.
Yeah, you really break this green up into 3 portions. Front left, front right, and that back, just on top of the ridge. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row.
He can't be that good.
Well, he knew it right from the start. Just a poor putt. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Frank, how important is positioning off the tee here?
Well, we saw a positional tee shot at 1 and 2. This is another one here at 4.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
This would give him the par. Nice par to remain at 2 under. 5th hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to love to cut it, this would be the hole. It just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way really to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side.
Frank, such an advantage when you can hit that far.
It's not fair.
Frank, getting set now for the second shot here at the 5th. What's the best way to go at it?
Rich, it's one of the toughest par 4s on the green.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. Rich, I thought he could get this close.
Just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 into 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it.
This one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Playing some outstanding golf right now. That's another birdie and 5 under par. 7th hole here at Sawgrass, Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but well within his range. And Frank, the train is rolling down the tracks right now.
You just check another one off.
Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
I like the looks of this one. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Has to be feeling good right now. Looks good with 2 straight birdies and 7 under on the card. Frank, I think this is one of the most fascinating holes on the golf course. The 583-yard par 5 ninth hole.
With technology now, a lot more players can reach this par 5 and 2. Gone are the days where it was a true 3-shotter, but I remember when Sergio Garcia hit that 3-wood from, what was it, 270, 280 yards? Still one of the best shots I've ever seen. What a great shot. Second shot. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, off, off. Rough.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot. Well, that takes the strain off the next one.
Good lag putt right there. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Now on to one of the most exciting back nines in golf here at the TPC Sawgrass and the Stadium course. Let's begin at number 10. Frank, and what do you make of this hole?
It's another one where you're just trying to fit the tee shot in the fairway there. It's not a driver, just something that stays right. And, of course, we've seen a lot of people stray here down the left side. Who can forget Mickelson when he won his Players' Championship, hitting that phenomenal 7-iron out of the fairway bunker, through the trees, and still finding the putting surface. But speaking of the putting surface, this green has more undulations than just about any green on the golf course.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Nails it. That is now 6 birdies on the card. Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where you chance it all.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Really dry. Just tattooed that.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich. This eagle on the cards. Hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Appears to be tracking well. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Up to the 12th, Frank, and a good birdie chance here.
A good old length, short par 4. This green really divides itself into about 3 sections. There's a little piece to the right, piece short left, and the one at back left. So as long as you know where the flag is, just push that ball into the section where it is. You get up there, you're only going to have 10 or 15 feet left for birdie.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering
it looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Frank, it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite the round.
Yeah, you don't normally see 2 par 5s back to back, so the chances of having consecutive eagles is so rare.
On the way.
More than a bonus on the scorecard there.
And Frank, we always like when they have the whole location back left and that ball trickles down, feeds, and you can see some really good ones and maybe even an ace here.
Yeah, just like Mickelson a few years ago. Down there, it looked like it was going to flirt with a bunker, ran up and over the ridge, and in it goes. This is one where you have to play ground ball as well as high ball. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Solid play, heart of the green. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Drops for a par. And through the years, Frank, it has gotten the best of the best, hasn't it?
We've seen Tiger Woods hit it left. We've seen Vijay Singh hit it left. We've seen so many players in the water down the left. Conversely, many a championship's been lost by hitting the ball up in the mounds on the right.
You take 4 here and run to 15?
I would sprint.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, halfway home on maybe the toughest par 4 in the golf course.
Yeah, for some reason, for such a big green, it's always hard to get that second shot close.
This is a good-looking shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
Back to the TPC Sawgrass, the 15th hole. It's a par 4 as we make our way to this finishing stretch. And Frank, what's in store for the players here?
Another one of those par 4s around 450 yards. Ideally, hit it tee shot down the right side, keeping it away from that bunker. But that's a flat bunker down the right with no lip, so it's still not too bad. Biggest problem here is that green. So many undulations on this green.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Frank, once again, precision is so important as we look at this second shot to the 15th.
Yeah, you're looking at the flag here. You're looking at birdie. But if you miss, that big bunker on the left will swallow it up, and there's two little pop bunkers on the right. Tough to get it up and down.
That's a good shot right there, about 10 feet away. He'll have a good chance. These putts keep the round together. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, you're one behind. Sunday afternoon, you're trying to win one of the game's great championships. Is this a spot that you love as a competitor, the 16th hole of par 5, with a chance to make a lot of noise?
It's a spot you cannot hide from, Rich, because you know exactly there. If you haven't looked at a scoreboard, you can feel it from the atmosphere.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but that is well on the cards. That's an absolute beauty.
Good scoring opportunity. Third shot here at the par 5. That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch and nerve. He had it all. And he has the bottom of the barrel. Frank, not to plant the seed of doubt, but we must deliver the facts here on this telecast. 44 balls in the water a couple of years ago, 28 last year.
Rich, that's the announcer's curse. What will he do?
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not... He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it.
Long just meant longer.
You knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times that can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be so simple. This was just an absolute joy to watch today.
So that'll do it for Frank.